I interrupted from the top.
Welcome back to Mask Factory. This is Ella and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own Moana Deluxe costume for your cosplays from Disney's Moana. Let's get started! Take an elastic band and wrap it around your waist. Make sure to adjust it so it will be a little bit tight. Don't worry, it will loosen up later when the raffia is on. Put one end of the elastic on top of the other and secure it with a pin. With a needle and thread, sew a rectangle and a cross in the middle. Take 3 to 4 bunches of raffia depending on how full you want the raffia skirt to be in the end. You can find these in any craft store. Start by tying the raffia around the waistband one by one until you have a full raffia skirt. This might take a while, so you can do this while watching a Disney movie. After that, trim all the excess strands. Take a piece of thick canvas, fold it in half and wrap it around your waist using a Moana picture as reference. We'll adjust the back of the skirt later. Cut any excess fabric from the side and the bottom according to your waist size and your height. Moana's skirt is slightly above the knees. Remember that the top layer is shorter than the bottom layer. To hold the skirt in place, we'll close it using snap buttons. Here I'm using 5 of them. When you're done with the front, move on to the back. Pin the fabric in any way you want and sew it in place. The top layer is a little farther from the edge, so pin it diagonally and cut it like so. It's time to make those small triangles that are on the bottom of each layer. We'll have to make 2 different patterns, one for the top and one for the bottom layer. Take a piece of cardboard and use a picture as reference to sketch the patterns. Then cut them and use them as a guide to draw the triangles on the fabric. You're gonna need small scissors and a lot of patience to cut all these tiny romps, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. After all, the detail is what makes the difference, right? Just be prepared for some more Disney movies. It's not shown in the video, but it's good to cover the cut areas with a thin layer of glue to defend the fabric from tearing up. After that, use fabric markers or permanent markers and also some fabric paint to draw all those beautiful flowers and shapes that Moana has on her skirt. Moving on to the freesia. I couldn't find something similar to this in the picture, so I decided to make them by myself. Take a thin thread, wrap it like so, cut in the middle, bend in half and tie 2 small strands in this way. Make several of these. You must end up with 4 freesia for each triangle of the skirt. You can dip the freesia into a mixture of acrylic paint and water to give them some color, but this step is completely optional. Leave them to dry and use a strong glue to glue them in place. Next is the top and the waist scarf. Take a crop top and a fabric of similar type at your preferred measurements. This particular piece is 170 cm by 40 cm wide. If you can find this in the desired color like me, well, you can use fabric dye to get the color you want. Follow the instructions and you'll end up with something like this. Make some stencils according to the picture and use a brown fabric marker to color the crop top. Do the same to add details to the scarf. Take a brown lace string and pin it in place while wearing the top. Use small sparse stitches to hold it in place. For the seashells, I found 2 seashell necklaces, which I sewed in place again with sparse stitches. Last but not least, the necklace, aka the Heart of Te Fiti. I was lucky to find this beautiful and almost screen accurate seashell at a local store, but you can definitely sculpt this with polymer clay. Use a drill with a fine edge to open a small hole on the top of the shell. This way, it will be easier to connect it with the necklace later. This step could be a little bit tricky and you have to pay attention not to get hurt, so please be careful while using devices like this one. It is also important to keep the seashell submerged in water while drilling it down to protect it from cracking. To light things up, we're going to use a small LED light in color green. This will represent the Heart of Te Fiti. You can find this in any craft store, especially on Halloween. To protect the shell, glue a small piece of plastic from packaging on the LED light and then on the back of the shell. Take a piece of clear plastic, draw the pattern of the shell and cut it. Cut a small hole around the switch and glue it in place. When it's dried, use a hot needle to open a small hole to the plastic. With a needle and thread, connect the shell and the necklace together. I decided not to paint the seashell and keep its natural shine.
Did not see that coming.
This is completely optional, again. And